So every time I start OBS now, apparently, it's going to reset all my fucking audio settings. That's cool. I appreciate that. My goodness. That's what happened. It was OBS. I'm thinking it's me. I'm thinking it's my Windows settings. I'm thinking it's everything else, but OBS resetting everything. Anyways, what's up? We're going to start with some anger today. Why not? Wait, why is that not? Oh, that's on the wrong channel. Anyways, what's up? Why is that on that channel? I don't know what's going on, man. Actually, I do know. You know what? Now I know what happened because I changed the setting in response. Doesn't matter. What's up? It's Monday. It's Monday Matches Madness. Predictions are working. Flair tried to put one in. Hadn't actually. The bot wasn't running yet. So now you can put your predictions in. Happy Monday. Good morning, Luna. Did we? No, I am. No, I'm not angry. I am just. I'm an anxious individual, and my anxiety comes out as anger. So once I'm over it, I'm over it. Generally, depending on what it is. So that was just a frustration. That was, we're good. Predictions in. Good morning. Word of the day is actually a phrase. Loaded question. I'm waiting for someone to be triggered by my go live notification. Back in NA so I can watch this on time. Where have you been, Lols? What's going on this week? There's a lot going on. We're zooming up the ladder now that we have our stuff figured out. Thanks, Flair. You've been in the UK for 3 weeks. Interesting. Welcome back. See, it's related to the go live notification was related to the word of the day, the phrase of the day. Because I've been saying an inordinate number of loaded questions lately, and it's anybody who follows me on TikTok knows I called one out there, and they have been all over the place, and it's driving me nuts. So let's get this concept out there, right? Got a loaded question. Oh yeah, TikTok's full of them, but. Yeah, I am, basically a lot of questions you presuppose, you know, it's like the go live notification. Good morning, Maddie. So why do you dislike the concept of comp queue in Echo Arena? I'm presupposing you dislike it. So then you're caught up, you get tripped up and you're like, should I answer? If I answer the question, you know, if I answer that question, I'm admitting to disliking the concept of comp queue, and I don't dislike the concept of comp queue. Therefore, I've got to go after that premise. But the problem is, the moment you go after that premise, so I say, why do you dislike the concept of comp queue? And you go, I don't dislike the concept of comp queue. And I'm like, why won't you answer the question? You know what I mean? Because it's not a fair question. Repo, that's not the point. That's not the point. See, Laws gets it. Laws, yeah, laws, yeah. That is a loaded question. Also, predictions. Get your predictions in. So here's the thing. I decided I didn't do a 10-minute countdown today, or even a 5-minute. Sometimes I do a 5-minute. Because every time you go live, there's this big pop. Like 15, 20 people pop in and then leave. So I was like, if I am quick today, I can catch them. And I think I did. I think I might have. We'll see. We'll see how the numbers pan out. But yeah, good day today. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you're at. Wall says, yeah, interest screens are bad for viewers. I think it depends on the thing. I think it also depends on how long the interest screen is. Because there is also, you know, if it's something heavily anticipated, an interest screen can build viewers, can give you, you know, that way your opening is as, you know, with the biggest pop possible. But there is a fall off there. At some point, you have to go live. So how long is it 1 minute? Is it 30 seconds? Is it 5 minutes? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question. I don't think you'd agree that you hit live and you're live, because you need people to join the stream. So how long do you wait? What is that wait time? Is it 10 seconds? Is it 10 minutes? Is it somewhere in the middle? Having 2 players suspended sucks? Yeah, I'm sure it does. I should stream just an Insta screen? I've probably done that before. 2-hour countdown. I think you get in trouble on Twitch if you do that. There was one night I was streaming myself playing market games in EVE Online. All I was doing, I was just buying low, selling high, like literally finding gaps in the buy sell ratios and I had really good skills so like I got good profits out of it, and I fell asleep while I was doing it. So stream myself just playing the market in EVE, fell asleep while I was doing it, woke up to a warning. Luna says generic answer is 2 minutes. Interesting. So I feel like lots going on. Isn't there like, so we got week 4 underway. Avant has like 5 games to play this week, I think, or they're going to. Also very interested to see the overall teams number this week. We peaked last week. I check it right now. Last week I think we peaked what, 515? Is our highest yet? 516 is the current number, current record, and current teams during the season. Blair says, I won't forget when you went on a whole 3 minutes of ranting just to realize you were muted. I don't remember this, but I'm sure I've done it. Dude, we're gonna have Avant games every day this week. Very possibly. Yeah, hopefully they're mostly on Thursday or Sunday. Brian, like, so 5 minutes seems like a good amount of time to let people join live. Yes, maybe. 5 minutes might be too long unless it's a particularly anticipated thing. I feel like 5 minutes does actually get to it, because when I do 5 minutes, it feels like I have a peak in there that I lose over those 5 minutes. Bob Kerman, there's a lot going on in E right now. Yeah, that's a very, very broad question that I don't think is appropriate for y'all. I guess y'all can talk about whatever you want, but it's not appropriate. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to answer in this setting. I wish that anomaly game was casted. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah. We should get a lot better coverage this season, though, especially in the latter part of the season. That would have been a great game to watch. Yeah, I agree. Lols. That's funny. There are a lot of discussions currently going on. Nate, to be quite honest with you, we're in a really awkward transition period. That's the truth of the matter. Like as a league overall, well, as a a.k.a. VRML league, not VRML as a whole. But a.k.a. VRML is in this awkward position where we're kind of too big to not be profitable, but we're not big enough to yet be profitable or something. It's like a really awkward time. Like we're feeling, things feel bloated and a little disorganized because I don't know if we currently have the resources to, but like it's one of those things. Like as we're growing, the resources they just lag behind the growth a little bit, and at some point you kind of get that there will be things will work out. I want to see Avant Mayo a team. I have no idea what that means. Avant Mayo team. I have no idea what that means. Again, predictions are running. Prediction bot is running. So what stream did I miss? Psycha, yeah, I've seen. No, as I said at the start of the stream, that I even attacked a loaded question on, or I not attack. Attack's not the right word. I called out a loaded question on TikTok the other day because I've been seeing them a lot lately, and I feel like this concept needs maybe a highlight, maybe. Because it's not, you cannot have, if you're having a discussion with somebody, if you want to have an honest discussion and get to a genuine truth and a genuine conclusion to that discussion, you have to be honest. You have to be honest in that discussion. You have to be earnest and operating in good faith. And a loaded question is not how you do that. If you're throwing, things like why do you dislike the concept of CompQ? And I go, I don't dislike the concept of CompQ. You're immediately creating an adversarial relationship with the other individual. And sometimes it's on accident, but frequently it's used as a rhetorical game. Nobody likes when I talk about this stuff. I get too into it. This is like this is one of those things I always found really interesting is not debate, but applied logic in conversation. You know what, Tori? See, as BT, that's not a loaded question because I do not like loaded questions. So you go. That's a good question. Although I did just explain why, but I know the point you're making. An engineer discussing social interactions is always fun. But to be clear, I am not an engineer. Unless you're an engineer, Gary. In which case, fair enough. In case there's any rumor or confusion, I'm not an engineer. I respect engineers. Psycha is an engineer. Or studying to become an engineer. I don't know how that works, but Psycha is an engineer. And isn't Arrow an engineer too? Huh. Yeah, Arrow is too? Yeah, that's what I thought. See, that's why You'll notice there's certain things I will lean on like an arrow for, and it's like when we get into schoolwork territory, I'm like, my brain just doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, guys, can you fill these for us? And they're awesome at it. I'm about to be an engineer. Awesome. Any advice to get through freshman year without getting suspended? Do not do your absolute best to not follow your impulses. Thing about being young is you're full of impulses that you don't realize yet are bad and are not yet equipped to necessarily stave them off. So don't do stupid shit. You know? And if you're like, oh, this is so stupid, that's what we're talking about. Like when you go, oh, bro, this is the dumbest idea I've ever had. That's the stupid shit we're talking about. Bro, I'm asking, how the fuck are you getting suspended in the freshman year, bro? It can be easy. It says, about to start my first year of uni after a gap year. I haven't used my brain in like 2 years. If you can actually get into school after a gap year, hats off. That's a very difficult transition to make. Bro, trust I'll figure out a way at football. Bro. Protect your head. I don't know that torque. There's a lot of shit I would do that I would not do in front of my mom. Especially at that age. I have a real question. Hey, do you, so, hey, I have a real question. Do you know how initial matches for teams that started later seeded? I started one well late with a team full of players with VRML history, and we got a bronze team that we absolutely destroyed. Probably wasn't a great experience for them. So the ladder has, I'm starting to call them ladderisms. They're behaviors that on the surface may appear anomalous, but are in fact within the statistical confines of context of the ladder itself. So basically, it might feel like something like that is fucky, for lack of a better term. You might be like, something fucky is going on here, but really it's just the fact that we don't have all the information about how that ladder works, how that system works behind the scenes, as far as like the MMR algorithms and the soft resets, especially this early in the season, which makes this first cycle always a little bit difficult until you get to that, like this week. These things will feel much more anomalous than they actually are because we don't see the underlying mechanisms that are causing them. If we saw the mechanism, we could explain it and you'd go, okay, that makes sense. But because we don't see the mechanism, it feels fucky. We don't get an explanation, so we presume something fucky. Even though likely the explanation is reasonable, we just don't have access to it. So one thing we can say for certain is that if you made a new team with players that have history, you got to recalc. Your team was recalced. The other thing is there's a soft reset at the beginning of the season, so matchups at the start of the season can always be a little iffy. Once you get about 3 weeks in, matchups get better. Unless you're a new team. And even when you're a new team, you get that MMR recalc, they should be all right. It's basically until we get this week of the season when everything really starts to flesh out on the ladder there. So if that continues to happen, if you continue to get games like that, then we have a problem. If you get 1 or 2 games where there's a big mismatch, that I'm not too concerned about, because one of the other issues we have with running an MMR ladder is that in a lot of cases when gamers encounter an MMR ladder, they're able to kind of brute force their way up that ladder. They can just play as much as they want. Like if I go play League of Legends or Teamfight Tactics, I can play as many games as I want to increase my MMR. And I might play some of the games it goes down because I'm doing bad. But the point is, you can brute force it. In our system, you only get 2 to 3 games a week. And that means those anomalies feel much more anomalous because you're not playing it 100 times. You're only playing it 16 or 30, however many games there are. So it's not really the issue. It feels like it's just when it's your team on your game week, it feels much bigger than it actually is. Like a much bigger problem than it actually is. Sorry, so I'm going to backtrack and chat here a little bit. Ivan Thrive says, Dimly, will you be casting CC? Probably. I'll be coordinating it, so I'll probably be casting it. Luna says, gap years are not a good idea. It was not for me, but also, at the same time, had I tried to go into school, I would not have done well immediately either. So there really wasn't a good option for me. Well, there were good options for me. I just didn't, practically speaking, I didn't have access to them. I had access to them, but I was ignorant, and I didn't have a whole lot of really I didn't have what should you say I had no advocate. I had no advocate at the time of my life. Now I'm more likely to advocate for myself, but back then, anyways, it's Inferno's broken finger. That sucks. ASB says I spell bad. Sorry, it's all good, man. We figured it out. Lupa says I better be casting CC. I will be, probably. Rye Ruff. Rye Ruff. Okay, you got to figure it out. You figured it out. Gil asks, is there a command for the time prediction now, or do I just post? You just post a prediction. Yeah, you figured it out. Yeah, you see it. It's a bot that collects it. Sneaky Evil made it for me a while ago. Is there a better way to compute MMR? Trust me, being bronze versus demeaning. So the thing about the MMR ladder is it's I don't have an answer. Like none of the mods are gonna have an answer for you. In theory, there may be, but when it comes to that ladder, there's not a whole lot of answers to give as far as like the MMR functionality of it. Quirky says Gary. I like that. I curse. I curse a lot. It's to me. It's just it's a proper way of expressing yourself, and I know some folks don't appreciate that. That's why I don't do it on the streams. But like on my channel, I'll talk more natural to me. As well, I find taking issue with cursing generally that isn't using harmful language, but just expressive language for emphasis, like fuck that hurt, shit like that, even like that. I feel it's taking issue with that has roots in classism, and I'm like 50% SJW, so and I don't use that term with a negative connotation either. If they don't get some mod help, I have no idea what you're talking about. Week 1 we had 2 bronze teams, and week 2 we had 2 high mid diamond teams. Yeah, that's. It says mismatch why you shrinking. There's a lot like a million different reasons you might be shrinking. I think you have the competitive queue in Echo Arena. Raw. Lots of mismatched teams disbanded because of it. Is the kill word for the program still junticulation? No, laws, it is not. In fact, for a while it was lol sneaky evil, and then I just changed it again today. Twerk says stop doing the soft reset at the beginning. I'm sure that was in response to Luna before. Luna had said, is there a better way to compute MMR? And I believe Torque is responding, yes, stop doing the soft reset at the beginning of the season. Another key, why do you think there wasn't an announcement when David left? Because they had just lost their community manager. They had just lost the person who was making announcements. That's probably the reason. That's why David made the announcement himself on his Twitter. I don't think there was any sort of nefarious reason behind that. I think literally the person whose job it would have been to make that announcement had left a week prior. That was Wyvern. I like your background. Simple, effective, more interesting than a solid sheet. Oh, this is a background. I've been using this for a while now. This is, remember that stock footage I put out? That's where it comes from. Raref says, yeah, I don't have much experience with EU, but from what I've seen, and what I mean, because it's player based on the fact that less master teams. A lot of it is going to have to generally headset sales in Europe have been slowing as well. Like there may be like stuff to do with cultural differences and the problems that are perceived and that are actual. But also a big part of the issue for the shrinking of the region, if it's still shrinking, that is. I don't know. I don't know if it actually is. That's the thing. I don't know if it actually is shrinking anymore. I think that was a temporary thing that may have just been a lull. I'm waiting to see how this season plays out as far as the numbers are concerned. We can still adjust for, anomalies, but I don't know if they're still shrinking. That's the thing I really want to check in on. Torque says ELOs are meant to be reset. I have very little. My interest and experience has been strictly on like tournaments. I don't really like ELO. Like ELO, I don't particularly enjoy the ELO system generally, but like for what we're doing, it makes sense that we use it. I just don't like it. It's because of all the problems we do see with it. Zamasu says, Dimmy says no words and cries. Yes, I do. Although I argue that they're not no words. Ivan Dimmy, Techno finally went pro. Nice. Who picked him up? It's gonna be a minute before I get to your response. I'm actually surprised less roster subs with the NEP overlap. Thoughts? I think some people will pay for it eventually. Actually, if they don't have those, subs. Torque says mismatches and then my goodness, bro. Torque, stop throwing fuel all over the place. What the hell? What the hell, man? Rawl says, I missed so much, I'm sure. I'm probably responding to what I said to you, because I'm so behind on the chat right now, I can't keep up with it. Actually called me a foil. I don't know if that's an accurate portrayal. For Master Division, matches feel evenly matched, making the games more intense. Yeah. Oh, it's about now? Yes. What's up, Wiggles? There's like 2,600 new players in VRML this season. I know what figure you're looking at. And yes, but like, does that actually translate to, because, all right, put it this way. 500, we have, last week we peaked concurrent teams 516. That is about that's 4 player teams, 4 players per team, 2,000, or 6 players per teams, it's 3,000, I think. Yeah. 2,000 or 3,000 players. That figure you're pulling that from says this season we have 7,400 players, which is certainly not, because that's including people that made accounts and then never did anything. People that made accounts were active and then disappeared in previous seasons. Also, alt accounts, all that kind of stuff. So that number, I don't use that number for anything. I know there's ways to use it. I don't know how, and I don't use it as a result. It can be very misleading. So I know what number you're pulling that from. But that number can be very, I don't know. That number has never been very useful for me personally. So I finally caught up with chat. My goodness. That took a minute. And yeah, we have a bot that collects, it scrapes the chat there. You just put in your you just put it in the time itself. We go by the clock up at the top there, way up in the corner. Again, word of the day is loaded question. That's you saw that go live notification, as some of you did. Why do you dislike the concept of comp queue in Echo Arena? I don't actually think anybody dislikes the concept of comp queue. That was just a good example of a loaded question, because you're gonna go, I don't dislike the concept of comp queue. I like the concept of comp queue, and now you're on the defensive. See, Torque Torque throwing out another loaded question. Yeah, Torque's having some fun with it today. And on my TikTok, I did I did call out a loaded question as well. If you want to see another example of it over there. Yeah, Raw. That's why I asked that question. Yeah, it's a true loaded question. Because in my opinion, I've been seeing them a lot lately, and I really want to get that concept out there because it makes discussions very difficult because it's a very even if it's on accident, it's a dishonest way of arguing. Even if you're not doing it on purpose, you're still being dishonest because I would put it. I can phrase it differently. You're being accusatory. You're accusing this person of that thing without actually accusing them of it. So you're not even allowing them a proper rebuttal to the accusation. You're just presuming the accusation is true, which puts them in the awkward position of how to defend themselves from an accusation that isn't even an accusation. Well, that isn't a direct accusation. It's very passive aggressive and not a way to communicate. Do the comp queue and echo would bring the majority of people who chose to not play pubs at higher levels back to playing outside of scrims. So here's the thing: it would have that. It's a double-edged sword. You would have that, but you would also have the folks who become satisfied just playing the comp queue. They wouldn't need VRML. See, that part of what drives folks to Echo Arena VRML is the fact that there is no comp queue. We are the comp queue. VRML is the ladder, the MMR ladder is the comp queue. When there becomes a comp queue, you will get folks who suddenly get more active again because the comp queue gives them that motivation. But there will be a lot of folks who just are satisfied with playing that version of the game. And I know, not that I mean, I guess I could play not for much longer, but I would probably play the hell out of a comp queue, but you wouldn't see me playing on the ladder anymore, or not that I do. Wiggles, TikTok got you on a rampage. I think I've been handling this question and comments beautifully. See, that's the beauty of TikTok. I can think about what I'm saying and redo it. I watch it back and I go, okay, that's not how I meant to sound, and I can re-record it. And that allows me to get the answer out exactly how I mean it. As part of my problem, I'm an impulsive individual, and I'll just say things sometimes, and it gets me in trouble. It's a problem. It is a problem. I recognize it's a problem. Rawl says the true competitive queue is in scrims and privy match. You're not wrong about that either. That's actually a community answer to it as well. You're very not wrong about that. I agree with that statement to a degree I never thought about it. Good point, Rawl. That's a really good point. Torque, serious question. We'll see. Anyone who watched the cast last night believe that Zenith and his team were actually putting in a full effort? I wouldn't expect Zenith to goof off, but I don't know. Did I? I guess yeah. I didn't watch. Those must have been the 9 o'clock games and on. Rawl says thanks for attempting to answer my question about why the CP1 shooting might be better, but also broken. Yeah, we don't know. We have no idea. That's what's so frustrating about that situation is not even Rag can explain it to us. They gave us those settings, and they were like, if this doesn't do it, we don't know what to do. That was kind of what happened. Nobody can answer that question, and hopefully the Cambria. There's a rumor that the Cambria's controllers can match with the Quest 2, so maybe that might be the answer. Robert says, I just wish there were a better way for in-game practice. I cannot wait until we can custom script practice programs. You'll have a full Dimwee catalog. I swear to God, I will pay someone to help me do that. I don't even have the money to pay them. I'll fucking figure it out. CompQ will have even more toxicity by self-selecting for it. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So you'll have like a peak of toxicity, and then once you get through that, you'll have really good games. But yeah, no, there's going to be some genuinely toxic people that come from CompQ. Absolutely. Could make normal pubs less toxic. Also true. Gary says, me impulsive? No. The rants on a date? Ivan, what are you talking about? Rants on a date? Was I on a date? I don't think I couldn't have been. Rants on a specific date? What date? It says good patience. Only on TikTok. I feel it was something to do with the quest, with that quest as a port. No, because Echo is the only game that has this specific issue. Echo is the only game that has this issue. No other game has encountered this problem. So, and a lot of games reported. Anybody watch Wildfire Enigma game? Did not. Grab needs. Please let Cambria controllers be better than Quest 2 controllers? We'll see, hopefully. Rawl says, I hope the Cambria's controllers are better. Agreed. Dude, the easy way for a good comp queue would be a crude server browser. Maybe. I don't think we'll ever get that. We might get private servers, but I don't know if we'll get a server browser a la like Battlefield. I don't think we'll get that. Give CompQ private comms till the end of the game. I agree. Definitely. I think that's a given. Maddie says, I just want an in-game report system. We all do. Where is that? I don't. That's another one. I don't know why that's taking so long, or why it's so difficult. Torch says, Ocho versus Nocturnal. Ocho won, but not nearly as dominant as expected, facing a 5-3 goal team. Says Nocturnal. Oh, Ocho. Zenith plays for Ocho. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, what is Cambria? Oh, Cambria is so there are leaks and speculations that there's going to be a headset announced at the next Facebook Connect or whatever they call it, Meta Connect or whatever they're calling it. That would presumably be this year in the next handful of months, like September, November. And the speculation and rumors of that it's called it's Project Cambria. Speculation, rumors, and leaks. I don't know which is which, but it's Project Cambria. It's rumored to be in like the $1,800, $1,500 price range, but that may or may not be the case. It's also rumored that the controllers are designed in such a way that they can be paired with the Cambria or the Quest 2 and can be bought separately, but will be significantly more expensive than a pair of Quest 2 controllers. So you're talking several $100s. But if that's the case, they may also work better for Echo, which may or may not be the case. So people are hoping that's what happens and hoping that they are the answer to the CV1 and that we can finally get off of the CV1. That would be nice. But we'll see. Torque says, confirmed it is Project Cambria. Fair enough. Rawl says, the controllers have cameras. Yeah, the controllers are allegedly are rumored to have basically the tracking cameras you have in the headset are supposed to be, they're supposed to also be in the controllers, these new sets of controllers. So says a separate product line for Quest. That is also, this is a pro headset, so you're gonna have the pro version of the headset and the consumer version of the headset. The Quest is the consumer version. The Cambria, or whatever they end up calling it, is the pro version, which right now is focused on office spaces, but could ultimately be good for gaming. We'll just have to wait and see. In front of asking why so expensive, because it's going to be that level of quality. Like, you're gonna get what you pay for with this headset. It's also going to have a lot of proprietary technology as well as seriously top-of-the-line technology. Bruno says, CV1 is comfortable and light. I haven't worn it so long, I don't even know if that's true. Gary says, speculation is just blind hope. It's a combination of legitimate leaks, informed speculation, and a bit of hope. If they're rechargeable, yeah, that would also make me nervous, Luna. But we'll have to. I guess it also depends on the technology. Battery technology has progressed pretty. As far as storage capacity, it's progressed a little bit. But as far as the rest of the technology around batteries, it's progressed a lot. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. I'd be worried about it exploding on its own. But other than that. We're also going to use pancake lenses and better weight distribution. The weight distribution is a huge thing. All the headsets have been very heavy on the front side, and that can cause a lot of neck pain. I don't know anything about pancake lenses, so I don't know what that means exactly. That also means that we could have a battery pack for them, though. Also true, Wiggles. Asba says, Meta announced a teaser. I don't think I was aware of that. Maybe we'll look that up. You know what? I will look it up. Okay, yeah, this is 3 months ago. Stop. Give me a moment. It reset everything. I want to make sure. Yeah, okay, we're good. We good? Yeah, you can still kind of see me. Gotta get rid of this. I'll do it in a second. All right.
Last year at Connect, we introduced Presence Platform, a suite of machine perception and AI capabilities that enable developers to build natural interactions and mixed reality experiences on Quest. Mixed reality is an important step on the path towards the metaverse. It blends elements of your real-life environment with virtual worlds that you can interact with, opening up new possibilities for productivity and fun.
Let's scale this up 5%.
Yeah, that looks more balanced.
I'll send these changes back to
They're
the
on
team.
Quest 2, but this is
Talk to
called
you
the
later.
Project Cambria
Over the
Preview.
last few months, we've rolled out Presence Platform to
see it at the
developers
bottom
one
there.
feature at a time, meaning realistic and immersive mixed reality is possible on Quest right now. Bring a bit of your living room into your VR environment, or vice versa. Presence Platform's pass-through and scene understanding capabilities let developers build mixed reality experiences that are aware of where objects and surfaces are in the room with you. So you can go fishing under your living room floor, or join the fish underwater. Easy to integrate hand and voice interactions help developers build mixed reality experiences that feel natural and intuitive.
Hello?
Ready for stage 2.
And spatial anchors enable developers to place virtual objects onto real surfaces that are persistent across sessions. So you can
Only a
pick
minute
up that
left. We're
chess
playing the whole
game
thing.
right where you left off.
Color pass-through? That's
Checkmate.
interesting.
These experiences are amazing on Quest 2, but how do we take them
It
to
would
the
only
next
be
level?
confusing at first, Gary. You get used to it real quick.
With color.
Just like having free feet
Project
in Echo,
Cambria
you
is our
got
next
used to it.
cutting-edge VR
probably don't even
headset.
notice it.
New sensors will enable high-definition color pass-through to boost the realism of these experiences. Advanced reconstruction algorithms help represent your physical world in the headset with a sense of depth and perspective.
I'm waiting for that stuff,
making
dude.
mixed
I'm really
reality
waiting for
feel
it.
more
I want to
comfortable.
put.
This improves the
I want a
experience
wall-sized
whether you're playing a
television.
quick
You know what I
game
mean?
or working for a longer time while wearing the headset. We here at Meta are empowering developers to build experiences like these because they're a crucial part of our journey towards building the metaverse, where people can connect, create, share, explore, get things done, and ultimately,
Have fun.
I do not know why Lemming would be in shambles over that. Hands-on with Meta's new
Today,
VR
Meta is
headset
revealing
prototypes.
prototype VR headsets.
Oh, this is an hour long. Oh, no. Anybody have a better... Do we have a good video? This stuff? You should look at... Bro, don't do that. Just give me a full sentence. What are you doing? What are you doing? So many pings. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Cool. Oh, right. Bring DJ Lethal. Bring that beat back. What's up, Cam Jam? Miss you, man. I should look at Odyssey. I will eventually. Once we get to noon, once we start looking over teams and stuff, more so once we're waiting for the website to drop, because then we're on the website at that point. I don't remember if Meta confirmed they are still using the same processor as Quest 2, but the speculation. Thank you, Spathia, for the follow. But the speculation is that it will be the same, but not underclocked like Quest 2. I don't even touch clocking, so I take your word for it. Abshu asking, what's your second favorite VR game, Dimly? See, that is actually a cleverly loaded question. Because you're presuming Echo is my first favorite game, but of course that's the point. So the whole point is the loaded question, and you would also be accurate. So it's not really a loaded question, I guess. So, I guess my second favorite VR game. Here's the thing: I don't play a whole lot of VR games. That's a problem. Rough Boneworks, Rocks, Gorilla Tag Volleyball. Interesting. Probably just time spent would probably be Beat Saber, but I haven't even played that in a long time. Honestly, dude, okay, since Tyro, I've played Echo 3 times. In that time, I've played other VR games. I played Formula 1 2022 in VR for like 30 minutes. That's it. And not even on my Quest 2. I pulled out my Rift S for that. I just plugged my Rift S into the PC. Everybody's been pushing. Dude, I'm all for it. I'm definitely for it. That's all. But that's up to Lemming and all that. That's up to them. Luna says, after the fall. Ooh, why do I remember the name of this game and why don't I have it? I might have to double back on that one. What is public opinion on GTEC's dev team tripling? Awesome. I mean, because that news was overshadowed by the fact that David was leaving Rad. So I don't know anybody, at least in my sphere, was more focused on the fact he was leaving Rad. Comments though that he was joining Gorilla Tag are generally just that, watch out, Gorilla Tag's going to get even cooler. Like, you know, they got what is Davey D's profession? What is his actual, like, what are his previous job titles? I don't know what he does. Is he a programmer? Is he an event coordinator? Is he a business advisor? Like, what is he? What does David D do? I don't actually know. For instance, I don't know if GTAG VRML would work because most of good GTAG players are like 9. That's fair enough. That's a very fair point. Grab knees, Knock, Space, Pirate Trainer, Thrill of the Fight. Knock! Oh, that's a great one. I hate their tagline about being the first competitive team-based, whatever, but, like, it's a great game. Knock should be in VRML, but they started their own league. We'll see, yeah. That's well over my head. Literally yesterday I got someone on our team server who was 12 and wanted to join. See, the problem, Ryruff, is that VRML, the age limit's 13. So that's the problem with the 9-year-old thing. So, like, yeah. Rock says, I think he was a manager coordinator. That was just a role he had whenever I interact with him, though. Yeah, so I'm curious what, you know, like, what role he's going to have in the Gorilla Tag development. And if I'm curious, like, if him joining that team, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious how that's all going to play out. Sentiments publicly, though, are very positive for GTAG. Because obviously they're going to do really well with David and David E. David Newbelt and David E. And she said David mentioned some cool modes in GTAG that they are going to expand. I'm sure. Dude, that's the thing. So I still remember Lemming used to be long before Lemming made. He maybe had started making the game, but I remember back when he was still best known for playing Echo. He had this point about the locomotion in the game, and he was absolutely correct, and I agreed with him at the time. I still agree with him now, that the locomotion of Echo Arena is part of what makes the game so unrivaled in its immersion. Very few games feel this real. And part of the reason for that is how you move in Echo. It is fully immersive, the movement is in Echo. The fact that you can use your feet in real life doesn't phase you because you are fully immersed. Your top half is fully living in this game world. And when you're using stick locomotion, when you're using teleportation, you are taken out of that game because it's not, the word is authentic. It's not real. The word we're looking for is not realistic. We don't want realistic because realistic is not authentic, because authenticity takes the platform itself into account. That's how you find authenticity. You mix the realism that you need with whatever the physics of that game world are, and you get to a place that is authentic, and that is what Echo Arena did. And that's not the word. I know Lemming didn't. I don't think he used the word authentic, but he was always talking about that was one of the main reasons this game was so immersive, and I'm pretty sure is what led to the creation of Gorilla Tech. Because nobody else was using this locomotion. Nobody else was, and he wanted to prove the point. Not only did he prove that point, he has overturned so many assumptions at Oculus, at the top level of Oculus. It's awesome what that dude has done. I support Gorilla Tag to no end. If they want to hire me to run their league, I'm sure me and Lemon could have some great debates. And by great debates, I mean we could probably throw each other out of a window, arguing with one another. Ivan, you're not wrong about the lobby. I always like to refer to the lobby more as a the training facility, because it always felt more like a training facility than a game lobby. The handball player that half cycled, I have no idea what you're talking about. Rock says, that's what I meant by Lemon hating laser pointers. He likes that Echo is authentic, but he doesn't think it goes far enough. So G-Tag has 0 pop-up menus. Oh. Okay, I can appreciate that. He's not wrong. I understand the point of laser pointers. So that's actually that's a fantastic perspective. That makes a lot of sense too. No, it makes total sense. It makes total sense, and that does lend to authenticity. That is a great point. I will say this. I will actually, on that point, when they released the update to that system, the skins and all that in the game. Shit. Oh, we're fine, but now it's time to move. So when they made that update, they updated that whole menu. Originally, you could push the buttons to change your loadouts. Now you have to laser point, and that was actually I was really disappointed with that, because I was like, why would you go the opposite direction with this? Why would you remove the immersion and go to laser pointers? I didn't think of it as laser pointers, but now that you use that, that's exactly what it is, laser pointers. I was upset. I was kind of disappointed with that change, because I was like, I used to be able to just push the buttons. And now I have no buttons to push. Well, there's a couple, but you know what I mean. Gravity says, I couldn't even find the menu when I tried Gorilla Tag. I just don't understand that game. That's the thing, Gravity. You're thinking like a boomer. Not literally. I'm going to refer to it as boomerisms within this context. That's because you're thinking with the old hat. See, all right. There is a really good. I watched this video of this gamer who basically was making content out of his girlfriend playing video games and then analyzing it, because he was curious, what she would struggle with. Like, and the thing is, when most of us here, what's up, Mozzie? When most of us here pick up a controller, by the way, 6 minutes to put your predictions in. When most of us pick up a controller to play a video game, the concepts that are put in front of us are 99% familiar. 99% of what you encounter in video games, you have encountered before in some other form, right? To someone who's never played video games, every little thing is foreign. Every little thing, from gathering resources to opening menus to using keyboard shortcuts, every single thing about playing a video game is foreign to them because they've never done it. And so when you're talking about this new platform, a genuinely new, it's not just a new platform, it's a new way to interact with media in a completely new fashion, one that before could only be imagined. We're now able to interact with it in that way. It changes it enough that those old habits that we're used to relying on that make everything common sense no longer work, and you end up feeling like you don't understand the thing. You end up feeling like a boomer because you're using the old idea and trying to force feed it into the new thing. And because the new ideas are starting to flow, that old idea is no longer getting you to where you need to go. because you haven't updated your Atlas. You haven't updated your brain, right? Wow. Yo got me today. He says, in your honest opinion, what is the average age of VRML EA players? Rox is probably 14, 15. And I agree with Rox. Probably right about 14. I'd say 15, 16, but yeah. No, yeah, probably right about 14, 15. That's probably totally accurate. And Grebney says, I never would have found you if you hadn't told me. I couldn't even get through the whole... Yeah, it's just, you know, if you play it more, though, it'll become natural again when you go to a new game that's doing it, the same thing. You won't struggle again. Yeah, Gil, you like that? Your Atlas? That's great. Rawl says, this is current Atari. You're not wrong about that. Actually, this is before the Atari. We're before the Atari. We're not at the Atari yet. That's the thing. We're not at the fucking Atari yet. We're at the Commodore 64, man. You know what I mean? Like, we're so early in this. It feels like, see, here's the thing. Here's something that's really funny. You'll think this is really funny. The who, what? The Commodore 64? Exactly. That's where we're at, dude. You don't even know what the Commodore 64 is. That's where you're at in VR, bro. That's how much further we have to go. I'm not even going to get to see the coolest of it. You know what I mean? I'm going to die before then. Sugar Fluff, you are not wrong. Laser pointers aren't nearly as big as an issue than stick movement systems. You're 100% not wrong. That's why the laser pointers thing never really bugged me, because the stick thing bugs me so much. But now that it's been pointed out to me, yeah, I would rather, you know, laser pointers suck. But yeah, no, we're not even at the Atari, man. We have so much left to grow. I had a point here. I can't find it. I've lost it. It is what it is. Luna had a Commodore VIC-20, a VIC-20, right? They called it a VIC. They didn't say VIC. They called it a VIC-20. I don't know what it is, but I know. So I watch Guru Larry, Larry Bundy Jr. on YouTube. Guru Larry. And he does his videos can be very ColecoVision. That's another one. ColecoVision. Did the Atari come first? I could be wrong. What came for? Hold on. You know what? The Odyssey was first. Manufactured by Magnavox and released in North America in September of '72. It stands as the very first home video game console. The Odyssey. I don't know, man. Odyssey. Like that. Oh, Greepo, you're funny. You're funny. Anybody here who's not put predictions in, you have a minute and a half. So many predictions today. Actually, I had to expand it. I had to make it big. I had to make the list smaller so everything could fit. Oh, what is this? Oh my God. What is this? Oh my God. We're doing... Oh, this is Void Chapter. This is that band. This is the same band that does the opening song here. Hold on. No, we're doing that one again. What was that? You know, we're going to listen to this at volume. I'm going to take a break as we finish out on predictions here. Get your predictions in and enjoy this awesome, awesome song. I'll be right back. You know, we're actually going to do something different here. I'm going to take a risk right now. I'm going to take a genuine risk right now. So I'm going to tell you guys about something. The other day. Streamlab OBS? No, I do not. No, I do not go. I use regular OBS. I could, why? Curious. So I got a random. So the other day, all right. I literally never, ever check my Oculus messages. I just don't. I've never engaged with that. I've actually upset some people by it, but I never check them. The other day, I had this impulse, check them, and I happened to that day, and I have to check him again. Pretty sure guy responded. I haven't responded back to him again. I got this random message from this dude. He was like, "Hey, I'm an older." He gave me his age. I won't out his actual age, but I'm an older Echo Arena player. I was watching stream the other day. I heard you're a musician, and I'm in a band. I was drumming in a band, and I thought you might like it. I thought you might like the band. Streamlabs has stuff online. Go. But yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, you don't need their so this band contact. So this guy, so he's just like, "Hey, I'm in a band. Check my band out." When I clicked on this link, I swear to God, what happened was not what I expected. What I expected was a garage band. What I got? Okay, I'm gonna play this song. Okay, so I need to give you guys a warning. To those of you that don't like actually heavy music, this is not for you, because this is a very heavy band. The singer does not sing. Okay. This is some brutal metal, but that's the thing. That's what this guy apparently is in Tyro. He plays Echo. Their drummer plays Echo. This guy is amazing. These drums are spectacular. All right. So I'm going to play this video. I'm going to play the video. The band is called Fracturous. They've only got 10,000 views on this video. They absolutely need, they need more views. Bro, I had a not far. So that's interesting. Are you in Orlando, Guipo? All right, so here we go. Fracturous the Anomaly. I'm also, you know what? We're gonna go. Let me make sure I'm not going to. Wait, wrong one. Make sure this is. Yeah, this should be fine. All right. Yeah. Right. So if yeah, we're good. All right. Oh, thank you, Faye. Oh, Faye. I say, Gil and Faye, thank you. So pretty standard, just chunky, riffy metal. But then they've got parts, dude. They've got moments in these songs. They have a 5-track EP on Amazon. This guy reminds me of the singer for As I Lay Dying. Super crisp. The engineering on this is amazing. But you can't suck with a good engineer. You know what I mean? Like, dude, how dope is that? Wait for it. He's gonna hit it again. Right here. Dude, that's so great. Yeah, the singer for As I Lay Dying about 10 years ago tried to hire a hitman to kill his wife. It's a whole thing. He talks about it openly now. It's a whole thing. He went to prison for a little bit. Came out absolutely jacked. And now he's in that. Remember, Psych Guy shared that other band. Him and that guitar player are making some cool music. Longer song. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. All right, knees. We don't even need to go there. Psycho, I don't know how to do that without getting in trouble, though. That's why I said I'm taking a risk right now. Yeah, Nate. So the second Lorna Shore vocalist. So they got a new vocalist like 2 years ago, and some pretty gnarly allegations came out about him. So they dropped him pretty quick, and then that's when they picked up Will Ramos. Probably one of the best decisions that band ever made was picking up Will Ramos. He's definitely an interesting dude. We absolutely, you know what? I'm just gonna stop it here. We're not gonna talk about Lost Prophets. We're not gonna talk about that band here. If you're that curious, you're on the internet. We're not gonna talk about it here. I'm sorry. It's that bad. Dude, Will Ramos is next level, man. He's the only reason I'm not into deathcore. That dude's the reason I listen to deathcore bands now. How crisp that is. I want to know. I've asked the guy. You know what? I'm gonna check. Whoops. Because I want to know if that dude is what his techniques are for bass drum when he's playing his bass drum. I want to know what his techniques are. Because you hear how fast that is. You know what I mean? Should have. Nah, Jeep. That drummer is an Echo player. The drummer of that band is an Echo Arena player. He's on a team too. What was the team? I figured it out. What was the team? They're gold. They're a gold team. Hold on. I'll find them real quick. System error. Too much trash to stash as their captain. I'm pretty sure I've casted him before. With Alex 14, CBM Cogsworth, Dylan or Dill XN, Ahmad Goli, and Jose SB. They're a gold 4 team, MMR 1220. So Raw, all right, you're saying just double bass. Like, that's really fast. Is that just double bass? Is he using a technique? Is he using a heel toe technique? There's another one. I think it's a swivel foot. They call it swivel foot or something. I'm curious if he's using that or if he's literally just, you know what I mean? I'm very curious. Yeah, heel toe. Yeah. Makes sense. He's a heel toe. When it goes really fast like that, he's using heel toe, which is great. I mean, that's how they're able to go that fast. He also does use gravities occasionally, which is gnarly. They're gonna have a new album out by the end of August. That's awesome. Yeah, Grabs. I saw that video. Yeah, the video's out there of they literally see what he's doing with his vocal cords because he has such a gnarly technique. Also, it's time. We're well past noon here, 12:11. So I'll get the refresh started. We'll go to here. This will automatically refresh every 15 seconds. Did they do that with Steven Tyler? Yeah, they've probably done it with a few people, yeah. Right, Nate? Dude, it just works. Metal and Echo totally works. So yeah, we're now waiting for a website to fall. So anybody who happens to be new here, so folks made their predictions. You see them down below. I'll actually squash them so you can see them all. I don't know how to make it like, I don't know how to do a word wrap or anything, or you know, anyways, or like another column. But so we're waiting right now. The preview of the website you see is refreshing every 15 seconds. You don't have to go refresh it yourself. We can do just watch the stream here. It's refreshing right in front of you, and you're not bored, I hope. And then once it drops, if somebody nailed it on the head, they get channel VIP, but only if you know. You can't. It's not closest without going over. Nothing like that. If you nail it on the head, so like Luna picked 1231. You see 27_Luna_Z, 1231. If it drops at 1231, Luna gets VIP. If it drops at 1230 or 1232, she does not. Actually, if it drops at 1230, Wiggles will get channel VIP. Then once the website drops, because there's another process after that. Once it drops, we do an over/under with channel points. I say, is it going to come back within 20 minutes or not? And you guess, is it going to come back within 20 minutes or not? And you wager your channel points. And if it comes back within 20 minutes, the under wins it. And if it comes back if it's not back within 20 minutes, the over wins it. At that point, we look at ending the stream, presuming there's nothing going on or it's getting boring or anything like that. So today, I'm not in a hurry like I was last week. So Torque says, Psycha, hurry up with matches today. Psycha throws Nolan under the whole bus. All the way under. You will not see that man again for a week. Nate says, what if I already have VIP? Then congratulations. She says, I would have been here earlier, but TikTok distracted me. I can appreciate that. Torque, you think doing this for 3 seasons, a person will get faster at this process. Torque, shut the Okay, nobody listen to Torque. He is literally just throwing fuel on every fire he can today. Gary says, a more interesting prediction might be how many people ask, when will I get my new games on the Discord? Quite a few of them. Oh my God, Torque. I'm gonna literally, you're not getting your channel points back. I'm not refunding that. I'm not refunding it. Nah, you sacrifice those points for that one. Those are sacrifice points. Thank you, sir, for your donation. There's no oof here. GP deserves it. He deserves it. Grab knees. I presume every single app on my phone has access to everything on my phone. Like I literally I don't presume I have any privacy on my phone whatsoever. Nobody should. Like there's literally no privacy. If you think that picture you took for your girlfriend is only seen between you and your girlfriend, you are so nope. My goodness, Torque. That's what I'm saying, Neve. I know you're joking. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they do. Well, they all have the Chinese government, the Russian government, our government, the German government. They all have it. They all have all of it. Now, that's not to say I do not support like shaming anybody who like, you know, falls prey to hacking and whatever else. Like there are still victims, but I personally operate on the rule. I do not presume, which means if you do find them, I'm winking. I'm winking. I'm winking. You know, this South Park did an episode on terms of service. Anybody remember that one? They even did the 7 Days to Air was about this episode. It was the first episode of that season. Can anybody tell me what episode that was? The South Park terms of service without Googling it. Holy shit, without Googling it. Do I have any other South Park fans? By the way, they just had a 25th anniversary. It was really cool. Do Psycho's rant request? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't realize that was a rant request. People who throw fuel on fires for no reason. I don't want to yell today. I already have, kind of. My voice needs a rest. I did a lot of yelling over the weekend. Chief says you killed Kenny. Yes, but wait, what was my? Yeah, what episode? Psycho says season 4, episode 12. Okay, that's way too specific. You want to get more descriptive? What episode? Actually, no, that's wrong. It wouldn't be season 4. That's like 2002. Also, it was episode 1 of that season. The season it came out. Can't believe y'all don't know it. It was a pretty famous episode. It's the Human Centipede episode. Are you not familiar with the Human Centipede episode of South Park? I don't know what season, Mozzie. I know it was episode 1 of the season though, and I'm pretty sure it was after season 8 because this is not that long ago. Well, probably about 10 years ago. So probably more around season like 12 or 14 or something like that. Yeah, iTunes. It was the iPad. It was about what you agree to when you agree to terms of service. And Kyle gets caught up in this Apple terms of service agreement where he gets apparently season 15, where he gets apparently he has given them explicit permission to become a human centipede with 2 other people, and he is the end piece, the back end piece. So do with that information what you will, and we'll move on. See, we are 20 minutes past noon, 12:19 on the clock. We're all about to get eliminated. I'll give you your points back, Psycho. I'm not going to give Torque his points back. See that clip of that streamer? I thought this was really funny. I don't know if he got in trouble though, so I hope it's not. I hope it is funny, and I hope he didn't get in trouble. The streamer forgot to turn his camera off, grabbed his bong, and pulled his bong onto his camera before realizing the camera was on, and then put it back on the counter. It's my favorite gum. I don't chew gum at all. I don't care for gum. You'd think I'd be a gum chewer because I used to be a smoker. But no, I didn't use gum. I had to, in order to quit, I had to straight up go cold turkey. So I didn't even use gum to help. So I'm not a gum chewer. Wait, Jeep says for 30 seconds. What for 30 seconds? I said something. I forgot I said it. What did I say? That prompted you to say for 30 seconds. Juicy fruit slaps. Oh yeah, juicy fruit slaps for 30 seconds. You're not wrong about that. Gary says I use nicotine mints to quit smoking. Now I'm addicted. All right. See, that's the thing. Back, I believe it was October of 2020. I feel like it was no, it was October 2019. No, it had to be 2020. Was it October? I don't think it was October. It was 2020. I know it was early 2020. It had to be right after season 1. I wanted to quit smoking, so I transitioned to vaping, and it took a week for that transition to really take hold. And after that week, when I realized I had finally made that transition and I was sufficiently vaping for my nicotine, I realized that was such a ridiculously hard transition. I may as well have just quit because it was so hard to get used to vaping. And then I was hooked on vaping for, I don't know, a year or so. And then, yeah, sometime last year, it was last summer. Yeah, so we're going on a year here. I don't know when exactly. I could probably look it up. But last summer, I remember it was a Sunday night. What's up, Billy Brickwall? It is, didn't we? It was a Sunday night. I said I was hitting the last of my vape juice. I said I'm done. I woke up Monday. I said, fuck, I'm not done. One more day. I went one more day, and on Tuesday I quit for good. And I never looked back. I had to do it cold turkey. I'm not the kind of people that can wean myself off of stuff. I have to quit. I have to quit because I will use every excuse to stay on it. And I can't touch it again. Once I'm off it, I can't touch it. Like my girlfriend, she can pick up a cigarette and smoke for a week, and she's fine. She'll quit again, like like it's nothing. But I cannot. If I know for certain, if I touch a cigarette, I'm right on it again. I'll be smoking 2 packs a day. Shut up. You know what, Gary? I thought I liked you. That was too good. That was way too good. Now sit down, sir. My goodness. Gravity says, my brother's having serious medical issues from hypertension that result from, yeah, really, from heavy vaping. Wow. That sucks. Never heard of Billy. It's all about the dimly on Mondays. Only good thing about Mondays. Jeez, Torque. You're a bad influence. We're at 12:23. Maddie Dash about to be on the shopping block here. It's hard, Nate. That's the thing. So I think I told you this before. The trick to quitting is you have to quit more than you want to do it. You never not want to do it. You will at no point will you not want to do it anymore. Well, maybe, but you can't rely on that. You have to want to quit more than you want to do it, and that's what makes it so hard. That's what I had to convince myself sufficiently that it was killing me. It was literally killing me to continue that behavior. And finally, I was able to convince myself to quit. But to this day, I want to vape. It's not nearly like that first week. But we'll be driving down the road, I'll be like, "Fuck! I just want a cigarette right now." You know what I mean? Or like one of the things that will really get me is if I'm doing something like habit. I'm just going about my day. I'm doing whatever, and I reach for the thing. I reach for the vape pen. I reach for the cigarette that doesn't exist anymore. And it's like, I swear to God, it feels like a signal travels up my hand and up my shoulder and into my head that says, "You need it now. Go get it." You know what I mean? And it's horrible because I'll reach for it and go, I don't have that anymore. And I'm like, oh, I need something. And I'll probably grab a drink or get something to eat. You know, it contributes. Yeah, so it's not easy, and it stays pretty, it stays pretty hard. Vaping made you start smoking cigarettes. That sucks. Yeah, cigarettes were so bad. The smell, the shit it does to you, it's so bad. Yeah, quitting is great, but it's so satisfying. It is. That's the thing. I don't usually miss smoking cigarettes so much as I do miss vaping. I actually enjoyed vaping. And it felt less guilt. Like I felt less guilt when I did it. It also no smell to worry about. It was cleaner, so that's why it makes it even harder to quit vaping than it was to quit smoking cigarettes, in my opinion. Oh, when I vaped, I only did Juuls. I was strictly a Juul because their marketing with like quit smoking with Juul. It got me. It hooked me pretty hard. So I was pretty exclusive to Juuls. That is accurate, Torque. About Psycha. Mortal Kombat! That's what it sounds like to me. Billy Brickwall, what do you mean people who vape are walking Febreze bottles? I don't think it's the vaping that is causing them to use Febreze. Oh, thank you for the follow, Alexis. Yeah, I don't think it's the vaping that's leading to the Febreze there. Okay, let's not promote vaping here. Like I do not endorse it. I do not endorse the behavior at all. I can't in good conscience endorse the behavior. I'm not deriding anybody who participates. Clearly, I did myself, but I cannot endorse it. That's why I says the most effective way to quit is just to never start. The best way to make a good decision is to never make a bad decision. That's how useful that advice is, Splice. Psyche, you're correct not to. Don't, and if you never do, good. Billy Brook, anyone who vapes with a box mod, sounds like that's interesting. So you're not saying they actually smell like Febreze. I get what you're saying. Because Febreze is a whole other habit. If you're smelling Febreze all day, they're trying to cover something else up. Something that's not even illegal in most places anymore. Inferno, don't mess with it, man. Just don't. It's really not worth it. Because what'll happen is you'll start, and for the next 15 years, you'll hate yourself for starting. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Like, just don't. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. Yeah, Spice. Yeah, addiction. Yeah, quitting anything. Addiction is for real. It's genuine. Like, yeah, the addiction's for real, and certain people are more inclined towards it, which kind of really sucks. Okay, all right, Billy. We are not going to go down the road of talking about all the different drugs we want to try. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that here today. At least not today. Let's move to another topic. Here's the thing. While you're not, in a certain respect, you're not wrong when you say that, as it's not an effective way to go about prevention. To say the easiest way to quit doing it is to never have done it to someone who's never done it doesn't really mean anything to them, because they've never experienced addiction. Presumably, this person has never experienced addiction, so you're telling them something that doesn't register, it doesn't resonate with them because they don't know the feeling. And so all you're doing with that is making them curious of, like, well, what makes it so bad? And then they get in it and they go, oh, you know what I mean? Now I don't know what would be an effective means of prevention. That's not my field. That in that case I lean on scientists and public health officials. But yeah. Gary, at least Echo is by and large a healthy addiction. Because, like, I mean, think about it. So, like, gaming can be a very, very detrimental addiction. VR gaming can be a very, very healthy addiction, so to speak, physically healthy, anyways. Knees, now you're getting to full legalization, which is a very, very interesting topic that I otherwise would love to talk about, but this is not. I cannot have that discussion here. Although it's a really important discussion for society to have, particularly ours. But unfortunately, this platform in particular cannot be the platform. What is going on with chat today? Can we? You know what? All right. So we're gonna have a lot of Avant games today. That's something fun to look forward to. They're going to play. So this week, they have 7. Young Money Clan, Redshift, and 2 more. Have they been playing 1 game a week? What is going on here? No, why is it split like that? Oh, interesting. Anyways. Avant being casted? They should be. Ethereal is one. Avant Ethereal. Look how many votes are on this game. 158. Like, you know what? I'm not. Am I logged in? Why can't I? That's not. I'm not on matches page. Let's go to matches page. What? No. No, they would not, Billy Burgall. They would not. Nothing mixes with that. Boom. If you're ever curious what the casters see, this is how we sign up for games. We use this system here. We that's how you set the channel. Let's say you set your name for caster 1, co-caster, I think, cams, and quote-unquote sideline, or caster 3. And then once we pick a name, like we pick Luke, that's how we ping you, like in that one channel that nobody can type in. Fun fact. I should cast Dimwee. Dimwee doesn't play. But I should cast what? Cast match tonight? Not likely. Is that this game here you're talking about? Milo Overkill? What time? 8 o'clock? Not likely. You're going to get a lot more casts out of me in the final cycle this season. I'll tell you that much. I should cast Rocket League, man. When he comes out of retirement, there'd have to be some. Here's the thing. It's been too long. I'd have to catch up again, and at that point, there's so many players who are just better than me. There'd be no reason for me to come out of retirement. Unless it was to coach. Like, I would coach. I would definitely coach. If somebody wanted to, take a risk on me being a coach for a season and pay me to do it, yeah. Have we gone through CC predictions yet? Nope. I don't have any, dude. I've not been paying enough attention at all. I literally haven't. I haven't seen half the games. I haven't. Yeah. If I didn't cast the VRML game, chances are I didn't see it. What's my coaching fee? 5 figures. For a whole season, 5 figures. We're not there yet. We're just not there yet. It's gonna be once all the appropriate coaches are filled out and they're still they're scraping for more. That's when a certain Dimwee offer goes out. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm aware I'd make more. That's again, we're not there yet. By the time I'm paid, by the time we're to a point where I could demand that much to coach, Ignite would be making much more than I was. You know what I mean? Like, so that's not. I'm not worried about that. To Coach Broman, why you hating on my brother? In fact, I'm pretty sure I did coach Broman early on. Look at current top 6 diamond, Guipa. Oh, hey, look, it's Odyssey. I expect to see you guys in the CC. All right, if we're just gonna talk about no, see, I can't even talk about Master here. I don't even know who's got 7, really. Bro, look, they gotta play how many games? There's 10 of them. They have 9 games to play. What is going on here? Has nobody played their flex? Wow. Vicious is the only team that only has 2 games this week. Not only are there going to be a ton of Avant games, there's going to be a ton of all of them. They all have at least 3. That's unbelievable. We're going to have... Okay, hold on. Let's count up. Out of 9, so that's 4, 6, 9, 14, 17, 20, 25, 28, 28, 31, 34. Holy shit! Oh, it's half that, so 17. There's gonna be 17 games this week. There's gonna be 17 Master Tier games this week. Flex can be, oh, they can be through new, I didn't know, did I not know that? Fuck that rule. I don't even remember that one. Did I not argue against that? I had to have. I had to have. There's no way. Maybe I didn't. Now I don't like it. Now that we're here, I'm like, I don't like that rule. I don't like that rule. What is this? This is Cell Dweller. See, it's like that is just another Band-Aid. You know what I'm on. I'm not gonna say anything. You know what I'm on. You've seen it. You've seen it at this point in the day. You've seen it. If not, check your pings. I think I wouldn't expect you to like it. Inferno, look at 33rd NA. Wildfire. Hey, look, it's Inferno's team. So yeah, still auto refreshing every 15 seconds. You know, it's like let's hold on. Let's work. Don't say you don't like it yet. I understand why you don't like it because of where I started from. But that was a lot, so you gotta see where we're going. Consider where we're going. Why force master teams to play a specific match in a specific week? It is round robin. When they want, because shit like this happens. We're dealing with teenagers, Torque. Remember that. And a lot of stuff is a great idea in theory. We have practical concerns to contend with. Upside still up. See, Mozzie, again, in theory, yes. What would happen? Our final week would be backloaded with a ton of Master games. In my opinion, you're lucky you get Flex. And I don't just mean Master, I mean everybody. Flex is 90% of the work we have to deal with. If we didn't do Flex, if we just did weekends, if we just said, hey, you're playing on the weekend, the whole system is the same. Ladder, Master, all that. We just said, your game's on Saturday at this time, be there or don't. You know, like, we cut out 90% of the work we have to do. We can still maintain this exact same system, but just play on Saturdays. No, Psycho. No, they couldn't. That's not the point. But also, the population would drop significantly if we got rid of Flex. We'd probably lose half our teams. So there's also that. Actually, you know what? I think we underestimate how many people are playing at any given time and how they allocate server resources. So actually, I do think the servers could handle it as well as they handle anything else. See, that's the thing, Inferno. They are always handling 3+ matches at the same time. But also, if we did start doing that and we were overloading the servers, they would have to update their infrastructure. It's also that. I guess have to is a strong word, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the server deaths lately. That has been pretty gnarly, though, and not chill. I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't heard. I've heard no update. See, okay, it doesn't, Torque, it doesn't matter what everybody wants. Once they're filled up, you can't get them. Like, once those servers are filled up, once they have filled up all those spots in the servers, you're not pulling a Chicago or a Dallas anymore. So it wouldn't get bogged down. It's just the games just wouldn't be able to get the servers they want. And then we'd go, okay, so then we can no longer guarantee any servers, so you're just going to have to deal with Eastern, Central, Western, whatever that you can do with Spark. That's all we'd have to be able to do. We work with what we have. There's no way to look up, there's nothing we can do about servers currently on our end. Nothing. Not until, if they give us private servers, there's a lot we can do. But we're not there yet. We don't have that access. So there's nothing we can do about servers. It's all on Ready at Dawn and Meta. For almost supposed to match. So yes, I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's causing that. I haven't heard any updates about it. Has there even been an acknowledgement of it? Losing Wyvern and David at the same time. Okay, this song. Do not like. Losing Wyvern and David at the same time. I'm not saying it's creating a problem on their end at all, but like on our end, we're like, God, what's going on? What's going on, guy? What's going on? What happened? What's going on? Somebody talk to us. Actually, it's literally been talked about. It's something they've said they're trying to do. I'm pretty sure they've even brought it up on one of their blogs. Private server, as a private server owner, would be expensive, but that's like the orgs would be probably the orgs or certain community members would be willing to host. Like, you'd have that kind of thing going on. Because like if the orgs could finance their own servers, suddenly Master Tier, like in NEPA, the Pro Series, they have much more reliable servers to play on at that point. That are and those servers are liable to the organization renting them. So like if NEPA or VRML rents a server and then owns some server space and then they get a problem with that, they can contact the server and go, hey, this is not what we're paying for, fix it. You know what I mean? It puts more control closer to the players. They won't supply for lands anymore? Is it what? Why? Wait, what? Who wants to supply? You're gonna have to. I think Abshu, I need you to speak in much more complete sentences for that question. They won't supply what for lands anymore, and isn't that why what? And Jeep says, so it's on the league. No, it would, you could use their servers, but if you so choose, I'm pretty sure you could use their servers because there would still be private servers. You would still have private games. But if you so choose, you could get your own server as well. So a league could decide. It's possible, Rad would say a league has to get their own private server. But I don't know if that would happen immediately unless there was a problem. So I don't think it would be on the league unless the league decided to take it on. But there would be benefits to doing so. You would have a more reliable server. You would probably even have better servers if you wanted to put the money in. And that would be the only reason to do it, would be to be able to put the money in. The cost was too much. Didn't David bring something to the first Redshift? Ab, I really need you to speak in a complete thought. The cost of what was the cost, because David going to the first Redshift, what was the cost there? They didn't send anything to the first Redshift. The only time they sent any infrastructure was to the NEPA land, which is in Mars. So these are, you're asking questions that I really need you to be more specific about, because there's a lot of nuance I think getting lost here in the vagueness of your questions. That's what I mean. If a league wanted a stable promise server, that would be the best. Yeah. In theory, it shouldn't be. So in theory, it shouldn't be about stability. It should be about quality. But unfortunately, in practice, it's also about stability. Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, the music is so distracting to my brain. I'll turn it down. It's really just so because one, audio irregularities. Two, it can be kind of boring to just listen to a voice. Thank you for the. Oh, thank you, Billy. Wow, we're a minute 50 or an hour 50 or 12:50 here. 12:48 rather. We will hear the list a little bit. Phenom, eliminated. Raw, eliminated. Maddie, eliminated. Wiggles, eliminated. Luna, eliminated. Bob Kerman, eliminated. Adsbata, eliminated. Rocks Titan, eliminated. TGI Torquemada, eliminated. Viridis Media, eliminated. Lil Guipo, eliminated. Ivan Thrive, currently on the chopping block. Torque says, way to go, Nolan. Nolan, the pressure's on. So I guess this is the point where the show gets boring. Even though most people are here. Let's see what to talk about. So, all right. For those, I have so much work to do in this regard, and there's a lot of work to do generally about this. But okay, so in October, starting October 22nd, I want to say. No, let's see, 1, 2. Actually, October 8th, the weekend of October 8th. So the early October, there's going to be 6 straight weekends of VRML tournaments between Pavlov, Onward, and a.k.a. Arena, and it's going to culminate in the a.k.a. Arena finals on its own weekend in mid-November. That would be November 20th. Yes. Yeah. November 20th is the final day. So it starts, I believe, October 8th and ends November 20th, and it's just 6 straight weeks. 6 straight weekends, 5 straight weeks of a.k.a. Arena. So what's going to be happening is I'm going to have programming every night on VR Master League, the channel, supporting all 3 leagues. But each week is going to be themed primarily to whatever's going on that weekend. There's going to be replays. It's going to be finals replays. I want to do interviews. And if I can, I'd love to do VOD reviews. I think I want to do a VOD review interview thing where like a team comes in and they watch a VOD, but it's not just VOD review. They're also just chatting and talking and whatever, because there's downtime and lulls and whatnot. So 6 straight. We're calling it VRML Fall Fest. There's going to be 3 finals. In fact, Onward has a finals, a world qualifiers, and then a world finals. So they have regional finals, and then 2 weeks later, world finals. So how it's going to work out for the final stuff is Onward will have its. Actually, I think I have this all worked out in my head. Pavlov has their qualifier weekend. Then the next weekend, Pavlov has another qualifier, and Onward has their regional finals. Then the next weekend, Onward has their world qualifiers, and Pavlov has their proper finals. And then the next weekend, Onward has their proper World Finals, and Echo Arena has their Challenger Cup, and then the next 2 weekends is Echo Arena Finals on its own. Boom. Wow, that is all in my head. So there you go. Is Lanada not part of Fall Fest? It wasn't. When is Lanada? I guess it can be. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit, when is Lanada? I have the date. 22nd. Oh, that's right. That's going to take over VR Master League. Wait, it can't. What? Wait, hold on. 22nd. Finals, Onward CC, or Onward Finals, Echo CC. Onward qualifiers, Havla finals. Okay, that's fine. The Onward regional finals are going to be on their own channels then, probably. That's probably how that's going to work. I would imagine. That's going to be interesting. We're going to have to bring. We're going to bring that up because might be some conflict there. Not conflict, but we're going to have to coordinate that. If only there were organizer mods to keep all this organized. That's literally my Torque. Holy shit, man. That's literally what we're literally doing the organizing. I'm talking about the act of organizing. John Madden over here. Bro. I'm like talking through my job and you're like, well, if only there were people who this was their job, bro. Do you like wake up on Mondays and be like, I am going to trigger this motherfucker today? Holy shit. I swear to God, there's some people. Torque is like almost a hippie. He's not a hippie, but he is. I bet you have more in common with hippies than you're willing to admit, Torque. Yes, I just called him a hippie. That's funny. Yeah, Torque, I bet you're the kind of person that hated Bob Dylan. I bet you hated Bob Dylan. I bet when people say Bob Dylan is the voice of a generation, you go, not mine. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Gonna start swinging here. Come on. I didn't confuse you as a hippie. I know you're not a hippie, so I'm calling you a hippie. Saying like you're a step away. You're a step away. I keep falling for this ping. Who's Bob Dylan? See, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Echo is a VR sport. Shut up. What is this? Trigger Dimwee Day? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's see. Ivan Thrive has been eliminated. Mozzie eliminated. Apshu eliminated. Splice Knight eliminated. Nate Appleton eliminated. Flair eliminated. Inferno on the block. Shoot. Who's Aerosmith? Oh my goodness. Isn't the Bob the Builder? Really? You know, Torque, kids don't watch Bob the Builder anymore. That shit's from 20 years ago, man. You don't even know what the kids are watching these days. Like, you're probably out there still saying yeet. Like ironically, you're probably like, yeet it. The kids are going, because you think they're triggered because you're using their language, when in reality, they're triggered because you're using their parents' language and thinking it's theirs. Boom. Boom. Roasted. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Play it off. Play it down. What is going on? Where's Nolan? Where's Nolan? My hair's crazy. Where's Nolan? Speak up so I can yell at you for speaking up. I don't believe you. This is going to be a long show today. I got 31 people here ready for... Why is 30 like the number I can't get past? Like, I can almost hit 40 on like those big days. I can't get past 30. What should I do to promote the show, y'all? That's what we're going to talk about right now while we're waiting for this to drop. What should I do to get more people to watch the show? I mean, that could be obnoxious and like break the rules of the Echo Arena VRML server. I'm not going to. VRML announcements again. Conflict of interest. You can't do that. Wear something more revealing? No, thank you. Nobody needs that. Promote the show. Be nice to you people. Wow, Gary. Wow. Wow, Gary. Wow, Gary. Wow. Let's stream mod chat. You know what? There's sometimes I wish I could. It's like, we do nothing, huh? We do nothing, huh? Nothing? Really? You want to see all the fucking nothing I've done? Wear a bikini? That's 3 eyes in bikini, Guipo. I like see Psycha. My penchant for drama is what makes me great as a caster. Well, okay, that sounded really ego. Holy shit. I did not mean that like that. Wow. Wiggles, I'll acknowledge you. I will not acknowledge your comment. It's like that would be terrible. You know what? You know what? Actually, I should get a backdrop, and I should wear. You know, I was in the high school, so I did musical. In sophomore year, junior year, I was in the pit. In senior year, I was in the chorus on stage. I danced, did the whole thing. And I know a lot of y'all are gonna be like, "What?" Yes, I danced. There probably is video of it. I have no idea where it is. It's not any video I've ever owned. My family has never owned the video. It's some parent somewhere else in the world has that video. But during that musical, there's a scene where the musical was The Boyfriend. There's a beach scene, and basically wear like a tank top, and it's like a 1950s bathing suit, right? So I could do the beach tub category, whatever, but have the beach backdrop. Like a beach chair, like a thing, like a umbrella, but like 1950s, and that'll be my beach bathtub scene. Is there an OnlyFans category? What, on Twitch? No, the OnlyFans category is on OnlyFans. Is that a boomerism? This isn't a beach, it's a bathtub. Yes. No thank you, Torque. Y'all have been a lot of help. I think it's time for another $5. What is this? All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make a new I'm gonna make a new playlist here, because that's awesome. Add to playlist. Create playlist. Oh, rename playlist. Edit details. There we go. Okay. It's gonna be dimly Fiverr. Dimly like MMM Fiverr, like taking a 5-minute break, right? MMM fiver. Oh, we can move that up. That's cool. All right. Want that one? Want this one? Probably just these two for now. Check it out. You're gonna get two dope metal songs here on the free playlist, and I'm gonna take 5. I have a fiver. I don't use it. We're down. We're down. 105. Holy shit. Hold on. How many seconds? Wow. We were deep into 105. We were deep. Grab knees. You were close. You were very close. But you did not make the cut. Over under. 20 minutes over under. 20 minutes. 125. 125 will be the over under. Give me a second to set the poll and set it up. $125 is the over under. 125 or before. 126 or after. You have 10 minutes to make a prediction here. All right, here's a fake flare. No. A bot scrapes it all. If you said 105, you did not submit properly. It did not count. If you do not see your prediction on the screen when you make that prediction, it did not count. That's the point of the bot. No winners this week. Grab knees. You were so close, man. I wanted to check seconds. If it was 105 in 10 seconds, I would have given you the benefit of that. It was 105.54 when I pulled it up. So we were well over the line at that point. So now we're waiting for it to come back. Actually, just going to do this real quick. Go back to our preview here. Close some windows. I think we had a fairly productive show today. What do y'all think? The hat. I have one of them. I can't find the other one. No, Gary. No. See, at this point, you need to release some Eat the Hat merch. You know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I should what do you think? Some hats that are labeled non-edible, that are literally just non-edible. Like it just says non-edible. What do you think? Hold on. You know, Wiggles. I used to post. That's right. You know, now that you mention it, I used to post highlight clips on TikTok from the show. If you go to my TikTok page, scroll all the way down, the content of my TikTok changed drastically one day. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to create content. I need to just make content. And so I just started filming myself talking. And it's just easier for me to manage that. And yes, I will acknowledge that comment about the hat. So check it out. Yeah, you know what? A hat that simply says the hat. Don't know why I'm betting on the prediction. Doesn't honor. Oh, shut up, Torque. You know what? No. Eat this on the front of the hat. We got some really good votes here. You know what? Okay, hold on. We're gonna write these all down. Hold on. New notepad. Okay. So my idea was non-edible. Who was it said the hat? Ivan said just it's called the hat. Oh. Ah. And Luna said eat this along with my logo. Logo would probably make it more expensive. Because letters are really easy. Pictures are kind of easy, but you know. Any other suggestions? We're going to do a vote. Eat these? I don't know about that one. I'll put it on here, but I don't know about that one. You know what? No, I wouldn't even do it. It has to have the deadpan demi face though under it. Actually, like eat this or just eat. I need to prove. Hold on, I need to prove sales to VRware first. I need to I need to actually provide them figures. So this might be a really good I think we're gonna go with eat this, and this would be a good way to engage with Teespring. So I'll have to work out. I'll work on it off stream. I'll put the whole thing together, and then yeah, we'll officially debut it next week. But look, by the end of the day, it should be there. By the end of the day, it should be there. And I just to see eat this, and I'll see about putting the face logo underneath eat this. And I'm gonna strictly have, unless, yeah, it's gonna be strictly a black version with the white, or a white version with black. No, I think we're gonna stick with eat this. We're gonna stick with eat this. That would be interesting, Psycha. Possibly, but it might also. I'll look into it, but it might also make so. The way this website works. So like if you're doing the standard, like your price is pretty not. It's reasonable. But they have options for like full image. Like you can put images wherever on the product. And that is usually significantly more. So it might turn, you know, an $18 hat into a $30 hat. Bad numbers, I'm just saying. So I'll look into it. Possibly. That's a good idea. And if not the first run, it'll be the eventual run. I'm not going to be. No, look here. This is not going to be something. I will at some point sell merch that is at a profit, like $5 a shirt or something. Not this. At least not here. No, that'll be like literally like I'll be making like $1 a hat, right? If that. So don't worry about that. I'm not going to be ripping people off here. But I will engage with that after we're done with the stream, because that's I'll have to focus on that, and I don't talk when I'm focused. I can't, otherwise I get distracted. I'm no longer focused. Psycho, what are you doing? I just saw that. I was like, why do I have another ping? My goodness. NFT? Oh, no. I actually don't, in theory, I don't have an issue with that. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't, because I have Wiggles, we've talked about this. You've explained it to me. It still feels like foreign land, and that's what keeps me away from it. Not because I'm like, oh, it's foreign, therefore it's scary, therefore it's bad. No, it's foreign, therefore I can get screwed over in this. I'm not going to touch it because I'm too ignorant. When it comes to tech stuff, man, I try, but like it's basically, I'm really good with concepts. I'm terrible with specifics. Yeah, show's gonna be over once the website comes back up, Flair. Presuming it's not another hour. We're gonna do the over/under here, which is 10 minutes. You'll have a few more seconds, less than a minute, to get your over/under prediction in. Right now, the unders are heavily favored, and I'm willing to bet they don't win here because we have less than 9 minutes. So now's the time to bet for the over. If you're a gambling man and you're into statistics, you wait till right now to see what happens. And if it hasn't hit, you go for the over, right? Right? That's what I would think. Make them equal safe trading, selling, or doing anything else with them less so. Oh, making them equal safe, trading, selling, or doing anything else with them less so. Makes sense. Safe is still a relative term because there's still a cost associated with that. So safe, if I'm fine with eating that cost, it is safe. If I'm trying to at least break even, yeah, I'm confident you know exactly what I'm saying. Before you wrap up, can you please explain why you brought up the manageability of your cat's emotional Okay, I can actually, so it has been on my mind, but it's not actually a thing. So let's be clear, I'm exaggerating for a show and effect. I do that a lot. I do it a lot to a lot of people's dismay. But some other folks, it's kind of my most marketable. We're back up. Look at the unders have it. Unders have it. Wow, we just got really distracted here. That was, wow. Okay, choose prediction. Choose outcome. 125 or before, it is 117. The befores have it. There are your channel points. My cat, Hazelnut. So Hazelnut was a pandemic kitty. I adopted her right before lockdown. And she basically grew up with me and one other cat. And her and the other cat, she's never liked the other cat. The other cat doesn't care about anything. The other cat's just chill. Does not give you, would like the other cat if the other cat liked him. And she just, Hazelnut is apparently not sociable. Except with me. She loves me. She is all over me. So, hold on. We'll get there. I'm answering the question. So I've been trying to get my cats and my girlfriend's cats to intermingle, to meet and get to know each other. And I brought the one cat over, the nice cat, and he's fine over there. They're all fine. They don't like each other, but they're going to be friends. They're going to be fine. I brought Hazelnut over. She's hissing at everybody, including me. She's not, when I walk in the room, she's fine. But if I'm at the doorway and anybody else could be behind me, she's scared. And it's she's attacked. There was a kitten around at one point. She straight up attacked, like viciously viciously attacked the kitten. It was like a real attack. And then last night she was about to attack one of the other cats. I saw it coming. I pulled the other cat away and she stopped. Because what was happening was she didn't go out of her way to attack that cat. She backed into a room. And then that cat, wanting to just be friends with her, followed her in, and she felt, threatened or under threat or whatever, so she attacked to defend herself in her mind as an animal. So I got him out of the way and then got in there myself, and she was fine. So that's why I was talking about, because I'm concerned about getting her into that environment and getting her friendly. So I'm hoping it with consistency and just support and being friendly and lovey and all that stuff. Because when I walk in that room, she is all over me. But it's only me. Only me. Anyways, the one thing I want, y'all can be obsessed over your matches. I am interested in one thing and one thing only. First, turning this off. Yeah, we did have. So I was expecting a drop. Generally, expecting a drop for two reasons. One, there's always ebbs and flows during the season, also because of recent events. We dropped 28 teams, but we still maintain the record of the season. We have a long way to go. So, we'll see what happens next week. Well, not next week, the week after. Next week is off week. So I think with that, that's a great song to transition on. I think we've been playing the same two songs for a little bit here. But yeah. So we're gonna, so CC is not this weekend, it's next weekend. Let me make sure I have. Yeah. The CC is not this weekend, it is next weekend. Top 6 in North America on the ladder, bottom 2 from Master Tier North America. And fight it out for those two Master Tier spots for Cycle 2. Yeah, this is week 4. And that's going to be the show for today. I'm gonna go design a hat real quick. Look forward to that. If you're wondering how can I engage with that, literally, if you look down below, there's a link to my Teespring page. There's a single shirt on there. Don't worry about that shirt. The hat will be there by the end of the day, but the hat will be on that page by the end of today. So if you're interested in the hat, link down below. Just click on it now. In 2 or 3 hours, go to your browsing history, go back to the page. It'll be there. Odyssey for CC. And yeah. What else? Look forward to VRML Fall Fest starting in October. Also got to add, wow, I got to add Lanada to that. Wow, that is so cool. What else? The stuff on Viridis tonight. Is it VRGL tonight? Psycha? I think VR Girls League, or if it's not VRGL, it's what is it? Wireless Jacks, Wireless Casts? Yeah, Wireless Casts. So catch Psycha over on Viridis Media, probably. Casting the Wireless Jacks, the Gilligan, you know, the team is Gilligan, Venom. Wow. I am an asshole. Will I am. Who's our fourth? Blitz. Holy shit. I love you guys. I'm so sorry. Nobody clip that. I'm out. You have a good day.